blends me all the right cred, meaning credential. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls and the instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter rock. Turn it up. We're giving a show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your...
Well, the onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the San Francisco 49ers. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Third down and 8.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
4 down, 36, 30. Bang, 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 bang. Go. Switch.
And the snap comes at 1. Now Kaepernick. And that will be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is fielded at the 27. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. First carry for Josh Jacobs. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check 13. Check 3. 218. Jump. 5.
And he'll give it here to his running back. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
30 base.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Here's Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Kaepernick to throw. His throw incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and it's 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. Back to throw. Lawrence. And the pressure gets to him again. DeForest Buckner picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Hey, box truck, box truck.
third and long. Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On the return is Pettis. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Squeeze. Deuce, 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 deuce. Go.
Gurley. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Let's go. Come on. 40.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Check three, check three.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Raiders 7, 49ers nothing.
Gurley again here on 1st down. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Mike 9, Mike 9. Bang L, bang L, bang L. Boom, boom. Check me out, check me out. Mike, no take. Bill, I'm coming after you.
On 2nd down, here's Kaepernick. Trying to lay one up deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Well, here's a 1st down throw that's complete. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Ready? Mike 10. Hey, me and you. I'm coming after you.
On 1st down, Kaepernick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Slant. Creep.
Safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Come on.
Now Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Hey, check my 30 seconds.
Kaepernick now on third and goal. Going for the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
Leverage.
big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that lever. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Calvin Ridley, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. That's strong running. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Show it up. Show it. 22, jet, follow. 22, jet, follow. He's checking. Crash. Alert 3. Alert 3. What? Check 26.
Now Kaepernick. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
That's how we do it.
Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Watch twist.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drives, exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Big stop, let's go. Set. Five.
Looking to throw on second down. Lawrence. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They run. It's Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Kaepernick now on first down. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the Raiders' 41-yard line.
Here's Kaepernick. And that one's complete to Gurley. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check 24, check 24. Check. Jim. Okay. Now, you got motion man. You got motion man right there.
Hey, we got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10.
Off. Pick up the ball.
Working from the gun. It's Kaepernick. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check safety. Switch. Excellent.
Again, it's Kaepernick. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check, check, check. Mike 10.
Play action. Now Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Alert, alert. 3 down.
Now Kaepernick again. This will be cleared about the 5. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Watch the eye. Hustle. Mike 10. Rip left.
Kaepernick to throw again. This is caught. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
He wasn't ready.
On 4th down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Let's go. Do it.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Kill. Wide. Get wide.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
46-yard line.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, exit.
2nd and 5. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. from the right hash. This from 48. And it's no good. Elliott pulled it. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Hey, echo. Just like that. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Hit it.
On first down, Lawrence. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And all the way to the opposite 45. A big play that time for the Raiders. 47 yards.
I got you. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Check.
Throwing on first down. Lawrence. Throwing left side. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And play clock winding down here, and a timeout is called. Just their first of the half, so they'll talk this one over. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2.
Pull together.
From the gun, Lawrence to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass, hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 6.
Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Right back to him on first down. And some room to run now. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go. 50, plant. Watch the flood, watch the flood. Get it.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. In for the score. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a first and 10.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey.
Here's Gurley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
The tackle by Farrell.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Back-to-back stops make it third and 10. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
D-line, get that quarterback. Squeeze. Check. Go. Switch. Shoot.
Here we go on fourth down with Kaepernick. On the comebacker, complete. It's Owens. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? You want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Running the jet sweep with Ridley. Shreds the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a first down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Recon, 132 fighter. Smooth. Crunch. Watch twist. Watch twist. Hey, check 24. Watch twist. Gone. No. Shoot.
To throw on second down, Lawrence. This one caught by Ridley. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Ready? 18 Gator. 56. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Now.
Running the jet sweep with Ridley. There he goes left side. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Calvin Ridley with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Elliott on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Raiders 36, 49ers 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. Go. 33. Check. Short. And let's get this. Check.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen. despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, motion. Hayward. Mike 9.
Kaepernick now to throw. That'll be caught by Rice. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Niners on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Kaepernick. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
Well, they can put him in a number of different places. In line, H-back, put him in the slot. In this case, they put him out wide. Matchup nightmare. Who are you going to send out to cover him? And he picks up a 1st down with that catch.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Gurley. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Mike 6. He runs. Hey, check Mike 6.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Mike 6.
It's been a long day for you.
Hey, check Mike 6.
Watch the run.
The Niners will go for it. It's Kaepernick. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
You don't want none?
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Let's go.
From the gun, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deion Buchanan gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 99.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
Hey, we got a seal.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Second and 10. At the 29-yard line.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brings up 3rd down and 12.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check out. Hopper. Under 10. 10. 4. Check 4.
Here's Kaepernick to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
Mike 9. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Mike 9. Bang Hill. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Tighten up.
They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. Flushed out right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the curl.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to take a shot, and this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Kaepernick going to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Shift. Big edge. He's crashed. He's checking crash.
Now Kaepernick. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Hey, seam 6. Hey!
Squeeze, double.
57. Mike, 57.
5.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
And 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Greystone travel.
Check 52. Joker.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Here's the Raiders punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here comes Pettis on the return. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're